This week on Code4 TV, inmates are always thinking, thoughts on the suspect lineup, and the new Firefighter Kitten rescue technique. Welcome to episode 117 of Code4 TV. This episode is brought to you by Safe Gun Indicators. For less than $1, you can have peace of mind. You can know a gun is safe. Hi, I'm Joe Puckett. It's a great day in our world and a busy week in public safety, so let's get it started. We start this week with a reminder to all our fellow corrections officers of how much time inmates have on their hands and how they are always thinking of ways to escape or harm you. In Huntsville, Texas, two bold inmates pretended to be on the phone near the security door to the staff work area. When the door is opened, they make their way to assault correction staff inside the office in an attempt to reach the opposite unsecured door to freedom. One is successful, the other is diligently captured by staff.
Well, new tonight, we're getting an inside look at how a jail inmate managed to escape and the role another inmate may have played in that escape. Eyewitness News reporter Jessica Willie has the rest of the video along with new details on that other inmate.
3 camera angles captured the June 28th escape. Investigators believe that it was all planned, and it started with Trent Archie and another inmate, Davis McCleskey, on the phone. For more than 20 minutes, they keep their heads down. McCleskey, they now say, wasn't even talking to anyone. Then, when a male jailer opens the door, the 2 inmates rush into the booking office. They punch, kick, and push a total of 3 jailers, including 2 women. Archie manages to slip through to freedom. McCleskey, stop! But after a struggle, McCleskey's shirt is gone and his hands back in cuffs.
Wow, we are very thankful that all the correction staff is okay and the inmate which escaped was later captured. Another reminder of how much we have to be on our toes. Don't forget for a moment that some inmates are always thinking of ways to harm you or escape. The Florida Innocence Commission is reviewing how erroneous convictions are occurring and have released some ideas relative to conducting suspect lineups to reduce eyewitness mistakes. The commission, which is a group appointed by the Florida State Supreme Court, cited some statistics in their recommendations. The commission first cites an ISU study that believes 77% of erroneous convictions nationwide are a result of misidentifications. Florida State also determined that eyewitness statements contributed to the convictions of 10 out of 13 people later exonerated with DNA testing. So the commission's thoughts: first, have someone in the investigation who does not know who the suspect is conducting the suspect lineup. This should be standard practice, or if you cannot find an independent person to oversee the lineup, conduct them in such a way that the investigator cannot tell which photographs are being viewed by the witness at the time they are viewing them. And they also recommend that lineups should be done by displaying subjects one at a time rather than a 6-person lineup simultaneously. Go to the Commission's website for more information. Well, there's a new trend evolving among gamers called the swatting hoax. It is still, fortunately, infrequent, but an issue to keep in mind. What is occurring, officials believe, is that when more than one gamer is playing the Xbox or other video game connected via the internet, it is possible to hack into the box and obtain enough personal information to falsely have the police dispatched to the unsuspecting gamer's house. Recently, a Florida household was terrorized when someone, later believed to be calling from Canada, used an internet VoIP line to call a deaf interpretive service, or TRS. And that person pretended to be a victim in the Florida home. Take a look at this local television report and see what an amazing event it generated.
All new tonight, new details emerging on a home invasion hoax that forced SWAT members to a neighbor's home earlier this week.
There is people in my house. They have guns. I am upstairs.
Fake News now has a copy of the 911 call from the hacker who called in the threat. Robert Burns is live in Naples with the details on this developing story.
Well, this hacker reportedly used a handicap line to dial 911, so what you're going to hear are written messages being relayed by an interpreter, but in listening to the tape, you start to get to feel that the 911 operator started to catch on that this was all just a big lie.
I don't have time for this. People's life are in danger.
We know that. We have deputies starting to surround her house now.
The 911 tape tells the story after a hacker hijacks a teen's Xbox and sent SWAT members to this Naples home earlier this week.
There is people in my house. They have guns. I am upstairs. Smashed the window. They are demanding money.
An interpreter relays the messages after the caller reportedly uses a 911 disability line meant for people unable to talk to an operator. That hacker, said to be from Canada, told authorities a group of men broke into the Naples home, stabbed one teen in the chest, and held 6 others hostage, none of which ever really happened.
They have guns. Has been stabbed. Please send help.
Help it. Tell her help is coming.
The teen who lives at the home says he was playing a game over the internet with the hacker, but didn't know he'd become a victim until SWAT members showed up at his door. At one point, though, it seems the 911 operator on the call starts to pick up on the hacker's mixed-up storyline.
Are they still in the house?
Yes. Basement.
They're in the basement? Okay, homes in Florida don't have any basement.
All right, well, deputies did confiscate the Xbox and a number of other computers from the home the day all of this happened. They're still investigating this case, but as of now, it's not known if any arrests have been made.
Well, firefighters in Branchland, West Virginia used a leaf blower recently to get a kitten out of a drain pipe. The kitten had fallen into the small diameter pipe and become stuck. Excellent thinking by the fire crews. Take a look and take a moment to laugh with them.
Is he in the left or right?
Right.
Right, looking that way.
Yeah, this one. It's in this one right here.
See, earlier it was just down there around the pipe looking up.
Oh no, there's more.
There's one around the pipe.
There's at least, I saw 2 in here somewhere, and 1 in it. Here it is. Wrong one. Oh no.
Other hole, other hole.
Well, we have all heard the media blitz recently on the air traffic controllers falling asleep on the job. This week, the Federal Aviation Administration and air traffic controllers have reached an agreement on how to combat the fatigue issues among controllers. The agreement includes making sure air traffic controllers have at least 9 hours off between shifts. Also, it includes procedures to identify any employee sleep disorder and puts a burden on controllers themselves to be physically and mentally rested. The American Correctional Officer Intelligence Network is looking for a few good corrections officers. In preparation for their upcoming October 2011 conference, their members are looking for nominations for the Correctional Officer Medal of Honor. Nomination forms and conference information can be found at cointel.net. Help them find the top professionals who walk some of the toughest beats in our nation. Well, just how much damage can lightning do to the public safety communication systems? Well, unfortunately for Anderson County Emergency 911 Center in South Carolina, they can share that with us firsthand. Multiple lightning bolts recently struck the 2 radio towers for the dispatch center on July 4th. The lightning strikes damaged their phone system, knocked out 80% of their radio consoles at the center, and took the 911 system offline for about 4 minutes before the service was restored at the alternate airport site. One dispatcher was also treated for a ruptured eardrum, and several others sought treatment for ringing in their ears. The total cost of repairs to the center is expected to exceed $1 million. And finally, a woman in Delaware, Ohio, pled guilty last week to charges stemming from a run-in with police on June 25th. Deputies were called for a domestic dispute, and during the contact, the 32-year-old female exposed her chest and sprayed officers with breast milk. She was arrested and charged with assault and obstruction-related crimes. She is set to be sentenced in August. Well, that's it for this week's edition of Code4 TV. I leave you with one final thought. In all public safety fields, we worry about physical fitness, survival mindsets, being professional, suspect contacts, or suppression tactics. Don't forget about your spiritual health. If you want to reach your full potential, you need to be mindful of that component of your life. If you have a topic you want to discuss, send me a note to joe@code4.org. You can also get social with us and see our news updates and training updates on Facebook. Just look for Cop Guy and friend us. We are also on Twitter at CopGuyCom, or visit us at code4.org. Thanks for watching and have a great and safe day.